Here is a vintage Coast Air fan, which I'm assuming is synonymous with McGraw Edison, Toastmaster, Eskimo, the usual suspects. Probably early 70s, maybe late 60s, just a guess, I don't really know. Coast Air is, of course, a store brand of sea to coast stores. So, Coast to Coast was a chain of hardware stores, I think primarily in the Midwest. I think they got their start in the 1930s or 40s, and then I think they were gone by late 90s or early 2000s. I read somewhere that they were absorbed into the True Value hardware store corporation, which I think is owned by Do It Best now. So, anyway, my stepfather's family owned one of the Coast to Coast stores locally here from 1968 until they sold it sometime in the mid 80s. By that time, the box stores were popping up, and they said the writing was on the wall. It was time to get out, and sold it. But they didn't really think to keep any mementos or keepsakes or anything from the store. And I noticed whenever I go to visit, my stepfather, he's been accumulating some vintage Coast to Coast paraphernalia. More and more of it seems to be popping up. So for the last year, pretty much since last Father's Day, I have been hawking the eBay and Etsy and Facebook Marketplace and everywhere else looking for a Coast to Coast stores fan. They pop up occasionally, but they're always too expensive, more money than I want to spend. This one popped up on eBay of all places at a fraction of the cost that most of these fans would be listed at, and I jumped on it, got it. It's here now. Looks pretty good. It's metal blades. It's a little dirty. It's pretty rusty. That's the only thing, I guess. I'm half tempted to sandblast it and paint it. I don't know if that would be a good move or not. Here is, I was surprised this is 3 speeds. I'm not sure how well that badge is going to clean up. I would hope that it cleans up pretty good. The handle, surprisingly, is in good condition and feels pretty sturdy still. It doesn't really feel brittle. It feels like it's still in pretty good shape. The guard has some rust. I don't know. I'm gonna have to scrub this thing down and see how much of that cleans up and how much is still there, and then I'll decide if I'm gonna move forward with any further restoration. I wasn't able to find any kind of model number or stickers or anything on this. I'm just assuming it's a McGraw Edison fan. I'm assuming it's a McGraw Edison motor. It looks a lot like the motor that's on my little 12-inch 1980s Edison box fan. The one with the wood grain and the plastic smoky charcoal blade. It looks like the same motor, very similar. Anyway, so the motor has tons of dust in it that needs to be cleaned up. Surprisingly, it runs pretty good. The bottom still has feet on it. Not much rust on the bottom. Overall, fan's in really nice shape, with the exception of the paint. It's in good operating condition. Still has the handle that's in good shape. The cord is in good condition. It's a thin cord. I'm trying to get it out from under the fan here. It's kind of a thin cord with a smallish, older plug you would expect. Not bad. Still in decent shape. There's no hard creases in it really, so that's good. Go ahead and plug this thing in. And when I test ran this fan, I was expecting it to be a little noisy, a little screechy maybe, but you can hear this for yourself. It's gonna start on the high speed. How about we start it on the low speed? No noise, no rattles or squeaks. Good blade balance. Nice gentle airflow on the low speed. Surprisingly quiet. Now the motor has a little bit of a whistle to it. I think that's just from the air being pulled through the vents. Let's go to the medium. Quite a pickup on the medium speed. Moving more air now. See how it holds up on the high speed. Still pretty low vibration. Good air movement. And spin down. I think somebody must have been oiling this fan. Kind of a short spin down, but seems to run very well. Quiet operation, no motor noise, no bearing noise. I would guess that this is probably pretty low hours fan. It was just somewhere where it managed to get a little rusty is all. So I'll have to clean this thing up really good. Still got some time before Father's Day to figure out if I want to sand this thing and paint it or not. See how well it cleans up first. Anyway, that's a Coast Air coast to coast stores. Not sure if they call this a 12 or a 14-inch fan. Looks like 12 to me. I don't know. Pretty good though. Pretty good fan. I think I got lucky. Thanks for watching.